not played this map. So kind of keep that in mind. And like you mentioned, their picks, so maybe holding on to something that they haven't had a chance to show yet. We'll see. Spike will be left over towards mid-market, and we're going to get a 2-1-2 split here for Take Flight's first offense with a lot of success already up through A ramps. It just comes down to Babybay. Can he read this, and can he find any damage, or even better, maybe even a kill, as Marv actually wants the challenge forward, and not expecting that whatsoever was Denya. That'll lead to 1 kill, and now they know for a fact they've isolated Bossy, and all 3 duelists that are here are likely going to just challenge him and see if they can find the easy kill, but Bossy will not make life easy for them. He finds 1, gets the overheal off, and is able to back away. This is all great because meanwhile, the Spike is actually hitting over towards B, and Zach is going to have to be responsible to try to hold on to this 1v2, of which he finds the first but not the second. FaZe Clan, they still come away with the victors of the trades.
Yeah, Trax is last alive. Spike hasn't been planted, so can't play around the objective. Marv gets the third on the Reyna. And then you compare that to Haven, where he had triple, like the 30s. It was a key one, but Zachary, a key kill onto Shifty. A lot of pressure coming in from Take Flight towards mid, but there are 2 defenders waiting for them in ropes.
And with that, the paranoia has already been spent. The Boombot will not actually find the kill. Boss is able to dismiss away from it, and Boone will pick up where he left off. Nice little bait and switch play coming out of Take Flight as they win the battle at ropes. And now that they go up top, Marv is going to have to respond to this. Dark cover will come through. Lear also there. Marv will delete it. Spam shots are coming out, but there's a little bit of help in as Marv takes the challenge. Shield grab and overheal. Second challenge comes through, but Boone will survive after being headshot once. Apparently just out of the range of the instant one-tap range of the Phantom, and now it's just down to Zach for a 1v3.
Easy cleanup though. Take Flight, take a map
And
around even.
Potentially take a 4th. Raucus is going to push through this dark cover. He's able to sidestep past the Boombot, but only comes away with 1 kill, and I just don't think that's really all that worth it. Both Boombots actually do detonate on the way through. Damage traded onto both raises, actually, and there will be a from the shadows in the backside. Maybe they needed to make sure that the district wasn't a confirmed teleport, and while he does, Denya finds the trade. So at least FaZe Clan go kill for now. And they do have the lockdown to potentially play with, but Boone has completely taken over the rotation, potentially through mid-ropes. And with that, this will likely eventually be a B hit. It just comes down to, can they wait for a rotator to come through before they actually commit to this?
Corey's not really going to be moving much on the low ground of B. He's going to now just peek to see if he can get some information. He's going to get more than that. He's going to have a fight. The Omen doesn't spot him, but the Jet does, so there is going to be a bit of a face. The paranoia is good. It's going to keep Corey on this corner, but he's still not been removed from this point yet. Narrowly misses these 2, but it's the mid play that I'm more curious about. Corey, timing. Luckily, Zachary's there to save him. And the turret's even going to be in addition too. Great round from Zachary. He gets the 3rd. That was pretty clutch from him, all the way down on 7 HP.
A better understanding of how the character functions, maybe perhaps from these Overwatch players, is this time Take Flight are going to get very aggressive off their eco, looking to get straight onto the A site. Zachary will not allow them to. Nanostorms are down to split them up. Marv able to help out with another kill from on top. Corey will meet him there for 1 more. And now Marv just cleaning things up around the site. No chance here whatsoever, as Marv will find 3, and FaZe Clan will exit flawlessly.
For the most part, FaZe Clan have won these engagements.
Boombot will sneak forward. Marv wants to actually challenge this, and he doesn't really have enough help behind the Showstopper also going to come through. Babybay is able to find 1. Denya missing the shot as the paranoia was able to get there for the assist, and as he looks for a second peek, also going to come away unsuccessfully. But at least Trax is able to find 1 more kill as he was holding the angle by mid-market. So now Corey, up top, one of the last defenders around the B site, with the only exception being the fact that you still have your Raze nearby, will eventually come away, and this is a great moment here for Take Flight. You're at a 2v2. You've got the Spike still in hand, and FaZe Clan have to make a decision. Do we decide to individually hold A and B, or do we group up some in the middle and try to play for a retake off the lockdown?
Yeah, FaZe Clan must have seen the Spike draw. So Babybay doesn't really want to give up B, but he's going to play very passively from it. Means that the rotate away to A isn't going to take too long from him, but that's going to be the play coming at Take Flight, going through ropes. Zachary playing from heaven is very much concerned. Could be hit from multiple angles at once, but he might be lucky if Bossy comes around to heaven. The turret's going to be a nice insurance of where they're going to be playing from. And yeah, they don't spot him, and they line up perfectly. This is some really good stuff from FaZe Clan. I really like the way that they're playing. You're on a light buy / broken buy round coming forward here for round 11. And you're not going to have really a chance of
breaking the economy of FaZe Clan, but they might be able to take advantage of Marv, who's played a bit aggressive, but not going to happen. The trades come through, and it's FaZe Clan on top for a 3-for-1 trade. Last members for Take Flight sitting mid-map, and as Denya can't find anything, it's just down to Boot, and his position will be made revealed by Marv as he finds the final kill. An 8-3 up. It was a great start for Take Flight.
Try and take some of this space. But it's even FaZe dedicating some ultimates, running down a ramp to just get that intel. Knows that there's one there at least. The Flyte's positioning is going to remain dedicated to this A push, and the Killjoy ultimate comes through. Raucous throwing out the paranoia is going to change over his gun, and Bossy opens up the frags.
50 trying to come forward. Not really able to get much with the showstopper. Baby Bay up top finds 2 picks. Take Flight was really hoping they could put some pressure over towards A tower, and at least fortunately Shifty can reduce the resistance of the operator. Now the defensive lockdown comes through. Paint shells are brilliantly placed, and they body block each other a touch. That's going to be Zachary down. Raucous on the way in will actually take down Shifty, who does get detained. So now it's just down to 1. It's Boot. He finds the first 1v1. Both players tagged up heavily. From the shadows will be used and committed to. That's going to be a reset on this fight, and they might just meet here outside the ropes. Boot is repositioning up top. Raucous is watching for maybe a rotation, but Flyte with Boot are eventually going to commit to sticking onto this A plant. But the time is going to mean that Boot has to run. He has to run for this at some point in time. And if that's heard, Raucous might have a pretty big advantage being up top in the tower. But without hearing anything yet, he can't commit to going forward. Spike will now finally come down. Here comes Raucous on the move through ropes. Does have one teleport available and both of his dark covers to take away some angles. But both players are completely clueless to where one another are, and Boot is going to try to play this from the backside of screens.
He's listening for the step.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. There is the teleport as well, which would be a really cool bait from Raucous.
Timing.
But he's going to peek. This is going to be really awkward timing on left. Raucous has even got the smokes out. Oh, this is excruciating to watch for the 2 teams, but Boot actually getting it. What an insane clutch from... He's going to find some early aggression with the flash. He's in an awkward spot, and that's a really nice right click that's going to do a lot of damage. Marv opens up the accounts, but these paint shells are big crisp. Shifty gets another one. Trakes knows that there's somebody there. And Shifty's going to try and back him up. It's an awkward spot to be if you're FaZe Clan, especially when Denya is trying to push him in this spot. He's able to get the players jumping down and survive with his life to an extent. And Take Flight are keeping FaZe Clan in lockdown.
Denya is able to take down Corey, leading to now a 1v4. Zach with a 1-tap onto Shifty will make life a bit easier, but it's only a bit easier as Trakes is locking down the angle. Spam shots with the Spectre.
It's just on the knife edge. Bossy wants to face, but it's another great paranoia coming through, allowing FaZe Clan a little bit of space. Denya's allowing it. He's going to take another shot, but laid off isn't going to get much, but the second one isn't. Corey gets taken down. He's trying to hold on to the side, gets a third, and this is the easiest cleanup for Take Flight. FaZe Clan had a full buy here. Without the ultimates, wasn't much to break through. Flawless for Flyte.
And the tail of this entire map so
Take
far
Flight can put them onto match point with their own showstopper. This FaZe Clan to draw theirs first.
Oh, but the Nano Swarm plus the turret doing so much damage, then Boot from the site is able to lock down 2 more kills. How good has he been? Well, he's going to one-up himself as he finds the 3rd. Trakes working in for the 4th and the 5th. And once again, FaZe Clan will be denied off an aggressive hit.
Baby Bay is going to get paranoid off, but there isn't going to be too much force coming out of Take Flight to contain him from this spot. And this is good because the Killjoy ultimate can be put a little bit deeper in for FaZe Clan, and it will force Bossy off this angle.
I'm really curious if we could take a look to see what Marv has for a weapon real quick, as we're going to get the attacking lockdown coming through. He's going to have only a Spectre, and this is a round that he's going to pop Empress. Again, it's just one of those things that give him a rifle. Give him something he can actually make use of with this Empress. A Phantom or a Vandal doesn't make a difference. Just give him a chance. He's also holding onto the spike. So here comes the Empress pop. Here's the Chow, and fortunate to win the first. They're going to come through. Bossy and Trakes good for 2 of their own. And as Baby Bay's able to work himself onto site, we're going to get a 3v3. And it looks like finally Marv will be allowed to pick up something that's not a Spectre as he will also drop the bomb. No, he just drops the spike. He's not going to be able to pick up anything. He's still rocking his Spectre, and that's not going to be good enough. Denya for 2 now leads down to Raucus. This would be a 1v3 for his clutch. Down to 41 HP. Has it from the shadows, but is hearing footsteps coming around as he goes ring around the Rosie. Take Flyte really just want to get a double challenge. As Raucus feeling that the pressure is coming through, he'll try to knife run away. That will not be allowed. Take Flyte, take map 1, 13 to 11. We have Zach who's trying to help out from topside heaven. He's going to get a little bit of help from players coming through. Paint shells coming out. That'll split up these 2 members inside showers, and while that comes through, the spike will go down. Remember that Take Flyte took 9 offensive rounds versus ISP in their previous matchup, looking great offensively. So if they can get things going here, it'd be great for the effort, but Zach is able to find first blood. Now Baby Bay trying to contest over through Lamp, so he's able to find a kill, even though Denya was tailwinding back. Corey was able to assist with the paint shells, and now everything is down to Trix. He's going to come up with nothing besides just one relatively insignificant kill versus Baby Bay.
Before it gives up too much information, Baby Bay going to try and hold B long.
It just comes down to, do you read that there were SMGs in play there for Take Flyte? I believe they do. Baby Bay's going to go forward here. He's going to be able to find first blood with Zach assisting him. Onto the site itself, though. Corey's trying to hold his life as he's got a 1v1 versus Denya through these cloud bursts. And as Corey's allowed to get the reload off, he will find 1 kill. Nice little cheeky blast pack pay to get him a little bit towards safety faster. Raucus through Hookah. He will respond to Bood. And this force buy from Take Flyte is not boding out as successfully as they were hoping for. Denya stuck on site. Trake's nearby. Corey's gonna find 1. Respond as well to the second. Look at the patience though from Take Flyte this round. This is something that we did not even see when they were playing up against ISP in the previous round.
So
we were talking about how Bind was alarmingly quick considering the score that we had. This is looking like a T1 execute right now, as they're going to wait until the 30-second mark before they go, but FaZe Clan are actually reading this pretty nicely. They're going to rotate Baby Bay over. Here comes the play forward. Marv's in a corner. He will find the first and grab the second. Beautiful shots. Marv for 3, and Corey cleans up the rest of the paint shells. FaZe Clan only going to drop 1 member. He realizes his position is still currently safe, and his cyber cages will help him out, at least to deny any kind of a push through for Take Flyte. They're going to flip this spike back out, but Baby Bay's holding mid already, and he's going to find the kill. That's the spike carrier down, and now FaZe can essentially rotate 1 more member over as they know this to play heavy through the middle of the map.
But I'm interested in these Take Flyte players that are in Hookah pushing through B. Yet again, you've got Raucus in that position. Marv just pushed up aggressively just to get a bit more intel, see what they're working with. The Paranoid is going to come out. I like the idea that he had before about using it across Bath, but there was nobody to really follow it up, so he decided against it. Ration that key utility, especially without a Phoenix, without any real flashes at all on the team. You got to be sparing with
30
it.
seconds left.
Showstopper blindly goes to the bottom platform of Hookah. Trade is good, though, for Boot. And this is actually interesting. FaZe Clan are going to be baited on the rotation. This is a great neural theft. Boot is going to hit the teleporter back, and Boss is going to know he's got a 1v1 for the site. That's going to be a plan coming through. This would be, what, a 3v5 situation? And somehow, not only do Take Flyte extend the map in the round, but they've got a really good look at this 2v2 with the post plant. The Bladestorm's going to come out. Bossy's watching the angle, but it's actually Baby who slides from left to right, completely unaware by Bossy. But now both players will be a bit unaware. No. Who's gonna find 1? Bossy able to find him floating up top, and Take Flyte steal the way around. And we called it a must-win. They do just that.
Could be history repeating itself. We don't know, but Baby Bay is going to be putting pressure on the Bath. His teammate is going to clear the recon box. His position not giving up, but the Hunter's Fury is certainly going to maneuver him off. It's now trying to dance away the shots. It doesn't get the frag. It doesn't even really get in much damage at all. And Baby Bay still going to try and take these fights and still able to get 1.
What a peak for Baby Bay. Just exhibiting so much confidence. The Boombot is 5 yards away from him. He still takes the shell, able to tailwind away before the chase and the Boombot comes through. A beautiful first blood, and that first kill really could be everything, because now Corey's pushed up through mid. Hookah, Take Flyte are looking like they're going to be primed to try to hit, and they're not going to expect the second operator for Marv. And this has all gone wrong. Now Corey's going to eliminate the potential of a rotation behind, so you've got to commit forward if you're Take Flyte. Beautiful recon bolt coming through. Baby Bay going to the classic, won't take down Trix. This would be a 1v4, and Corey will not allow him the opportunity as he sends them to a very explosive grave. And FaZe Clan walk away to the victory. Oh boy, it's a hard decision to make, but it's one that I agree with. You need to find a way to stay competitive.
Careful now.
That's a tailwind updraft coming through, as lamps will now be completely opened up. Ooh, what a shot that is from Boone just before the dark cover could fully connect with the ground. But up top is Corey. They're going to recognize this. Trax is able to find one more. And now as the spike is down, Corey really just has to hold this. And as the dark cover expires, Corey's good for one. Pistol's in play for Boone. Not going to find the connection. And everything comes down to a 2v3 for Take Flyte. And Corey has already earned a showstopper. He'll find 4.
The aggressive position might not be expected. Can't necessarily get the frag, but get some damage in before he dashes out. Actually, doesn't really get much in at all, but Baby Bay does go down to Boot. He's going to try and face to see if he can get a little bit more, but then he is traded out from Corey in the process. Look at it, Boot didn't take much damage there, but he's in a pickle.
Yeah, Boot's actually in a good spot to punish the Aldrone play, but now he needs a little bit of help. The recon bolt will come through. Zach finds one. Zach signs 2. Bossy going to the burst, able to find one more. It's a 1v2 situation. Zach plenty of time to play with and the spike, but actually gets tagged up by the Semtex of the paint shells. Takes the challenge. Bossy ready for it. Gets the 3rd kill and Take Flyte stay alive.
There's the paranoia also comes through from FaZe Clan. A lot of utility used already. The Flyte are just biding their time.
That first Hunter's Fury shot actually connects. The following 2 do not. That was in a blind Hunter's Fury to come through. And now returning the favor is Raucus. Again, he's also using this blindly. Not going to find anything with this. The paranoia set out early for Trax. Also not going to find a terrible amount of value, but at least there's a 1-for-1 trade coming through. Dark cover escape will be allowed for Shifty. Denya on the way over. Recon Bolt still allowed to come in. Marv, though, as the dark cover expires, finds one, but not a second. Bossy combines for 2. The spam shots, though, for Corey somehow, someway find a kill. So now 2v2 we go. Corey able to find 1. Up top, not going to take down Denya. Take Flyte, continue to extend the map, and now FaZe Clan are going to be in a tough spot economically. All drones will also pass by one another, checking out what's happening in Hookah, and FaZe Clan are actually getting really aggressive. The spike is not here, so if they come in, they'll be sitting on the site for a while, and I think they're starting to recognize that this is just a show of force and not a full commitment yet as Marvel back up for the spike.
Yeah, Zachary's lurking on A. There could be a potential teleport play with using the Omen ultimate. He's going to rotate around, actually. Could be vice versa at this point as Zachary is making his way in. Hasn't run into Boot, that's still holding onto this angle, but Cybercage is going to at least know that something is up. The rotation is going to come in to help support, and FaZe Clan might be overthinking this. This could be a more of an awkward round, but the teleporter was used. Boot is in a really tricky spot to get him out of if they don't keep tabs on him. And Flyte aren't too far away. FaZe Clan might really unpredict this one, but Boot's position giving up.
Trax is considering where he wants to use this from the shadows. He's going to have to pop this, and he's going to actually just join Boot over in showers. Bossy for first blood. Also some information that Zach is nearby. Shock Dart should flush him out, but Zach still is able to find 1 kill. But the Shock Dart does get the trade. Baby Bay mid-map. Corey's there to assist. They both come away with a kill each. Spike still ticking down. 2v3. Last chance for Take Flyte in map number 2. Shifty able to find 1. Boot another. Just comes down to Corey. He's got the paint shells earned, though, with this kill. Isn't going to be placed well. Again, the Semtex is going to kill so much time. Boot's not going to have a chance. He's going to have to stick this, and even still, it's not going to be enough. That will be it. Take Flyte, give it a hell of a try, but FaZe Clan will take their map, pick 13-7. Incredible. And we will settle things on Haven. Just a success rate of around 40% for them were for Take Flyte. Again, their Haven statistics not nearly as fleshed out as far as the sample size is concerned, but Boot will be scouted here. Paranoia is also going to come through. He has to get away and is able to do so successfully. It's actually more massive than you might consider, as Corey is actually getting chipped up really heavily by the sentry turn on the site. Marv will find first blood, and the Wild West that currently is the C site will eventually be won by FaZe Clan, but throw an asterisk on that because, yeah, they got first blood, but they get 2 members tagged up extremely heavily, and as they try to exit over towards C Long, there's going to be point of contact here as Boot is able to respond to the kill. He's going to take away C Long for a moment until Corey is forced to come back, and with that, there will be an overheal. And then on the site, Zach and Raucus clean everything up. FaZe Clan take the pistol momentum built in this defensive half.
I do think that flank from Boot. Honestly, I think they'd still take a scrappy round win just to get themselves off the board. Bossy, here's the Eldron, is going to just position himself around close, but The Eldron's not going to necessarily spot them, luckily, so he is going to face rather aggressively. He takes so much damage and has to dismiss.
Good
So he's
help.
low on HP. Then he's going to be able to help out. The Paranoid Recon Bolt combo clears him off the server for now. 4 versus 2, 4 versus 1. And take Flyte, you wanted to see a flawless round. Will this do?
Yeah, absolutely it will, Ryan. I'm here for this one every day of the week if you're a Take Flyte fan. Baby Bay, the last one left. Spike dropped over towards C long. They're going to see that up, and Baby Bay just needs to try to find a way to punish as much as humanly possible, and this wide peak is going to just come down to if Denya challenges it or not. Just again, shouldering. You can see the spike just below his crosshair. Here comes Baby Bay through. Denya's not looking at the moment, and the timing's not great. Shots will connect, but Baby Bay can't confirm the kill, and now they know exactly where
30
he's at.
seconds left.
Yeah, he's going to get surrounded sooner rather than later, so why not go for the play? The peak and the smoke timing isn't really ideal for Take Flyte, but it can spray in, chip in Baby Bay down bit by bit. If he can get a kill, it would be a miracle at this point. Boot gets the frag, Take Flyte, keep 4 of their players alive, and not letting Take Flyte have anything right now. No ultimates were used for Flyte at least, so they didn't squander anything that they have going for them, but this full buy round for them, they need to bring some of these ultimates out to play. They need to bring themselves an advantage because FaZe Clan are running away with things right now.
And I'm in the ballpark of, it doesn't matter how much you spend here for Take Flyte, just win this round. Start to get yourself something to work with in the future. Early scout for Trakes with the From the Shadows. We'll see 2 members over at A long, but defensively, this isn't going to influence the rotation because you do have a good amount of pressure over through C. And I think the call here for Take Flyte is the fact of, hey, I just scouted them out. They're aware of that. What are the chances they actually commit to staying to A? And this is a decision, if that is the conversation, where I need to have a conversation with Take Flyte because whoever's making this gamble, I need to take to Vegas with me next time I go.
Well, they got the turret on the A site as well. It's really not going to get too much done. It's just a confirmation that they're making their way there. Baby Bay's still going to be dedicating in that position. It's mostly just playing around the Killjoy ultimate, I think, for the retake on A. And it's one of the reasons why Take Flyte are playing so aggressively on C. They don't want to retake on that site. They're going to catch them out. But the execute is now starting to come through. I think it's key. Mav might want to push ahead a little bit here. Make sure that Flyte can't just set up for the retake with this ultimate. And Corey as well lurking means that it's going to be awkward for Flyte to just take this for free.
What a chess game this round was. Take Flyte scouting out the information A long or gambling that FaZe Clan aren't going to commit. And FaZe Clan essentially do them one better by sending information and a couple of abilities through C Garage and then eventually commit over to A. But this is still doable. Lockdown coming out, and Voodoo actually gets hit by this first hit of the Hunter's Fury. It's going to be brought down to 70 HP, and Rockus predicts him beautifully with the 3rd shot. Now Shifty up top, gonna find nothing. Take Flyte down to what was a 2v3. Now a no v3 as Rockus gonna find full use of his kit.
The operator, the Blade Storm is now going to be used for Baby Bay too because he's realized that all of this space is pretty much uncontested. Flyte put in a lot of their eggs into the basket of A long and still losing out. Baby Bay is very close to adding a couple more to his portfolio. Shifty is down. 5 versus 3 now in a retake for Flyte.
Oh,
Here's a lot.
The
That's
mind
a lot of
games
information he's just
have
got.
been so punishing. FaZe Clan just keeping members lurking. Take Flyte not 100% confident that even if Baby Bay gets out of sight, that's where the spike is going to be. Although Baby Bay does miss 1 shot. Second opportunity, and not really sure what just happened right there for Denya. Boot will find 1 through C Garage, but Denya falls, and Boot on 10 HP would have to do something remarkable, and that's not a bad way to start. Lockdown's going to be put down, but the problem is there is a player from behind, and Corey will find the kill, no problem. FaZe Clan up 8-4 as they transition to their stronger half. This game's going to be out of reach. Take Flyte win it. They're right back in this game. You're looking at maybe a 6-8 and opening spam shots. Corey's going to find a headshot with the last bullet in his ghost. Overheal will come through. The spike is down, which is terrible news for Take Flyte. Although they do have an opportunity as Bossy's worked his way through C long. You just have to stay alive right now if you Take Flyte. Let him make a play. And no one from FaZe Clan is going to expect this. Boot actually gave it a shot and is actually great for the cause, but they lose Shifty. Aggressive play coming through as they've realized that they've isolated Boot. That'll be another free kill. And Bossy's position will be spotted. No chance for him to find a kill. Last one left will be Tricks for a 1v3, and he's going to get spammed through this wall through B window. It's looking like 10, at least for right now. Is there some kind of information that Take Flyte can find? maybe even beyond that. If they can find this kill on the Baby Bay, that could be great. But not going to happen. The judge is able to find one and a second. Corey, unbelievable reaction time. Are you kidding me? Snaps right over to Shifty and then walks forward. That might be enough. A leg will be taken off of Corey as he's down to 30 HP from the operator shot, and that's the Empress completely negated already for Take Flight as they're still looking to potentially execute onto the A site.
Raucus is a nice position. The Hunter's Fury is actually going to be used aggressively just to see if it can clear out some of these angles, create a little bit more space. Raucus' position giving up. The Nano Swarm is going to force him off a bit, and he does get caught out by Trex. I would assume that this would be the point where they pull out that Killjoy ultimate in that position, but no, actually, Flyte, with that man advantage, are going to potentially reset what they're wanting to do. Boot is pushing solely alone on Sewers. Bossy is going to join him.
Drake's only able to find a couple of damage shots to through, but Shifty will get the trade. The lockdown will still be committed. Corey trying to hold, but
30 seconds
won't be able to
left.
find anything whatsoever. Spike is going to be committed. Zach up top will be able to stay away from the lockdown status effect as Marv finds a kill from the back. The 2v3 situation. Marv tagged up down to critical HP, 23 health overall, throws his shoulder. But Denya, knowing the information that the health is low, goes to the pistol and confirms the kill. Zach hoping for an opportunity off the angle, but Denya is able to match him and Take Flight, take another gun round. An operator in play for Take Flight with a Blade Storm and an Empress for Bossy, and we know what he's been able to do, especially on this map when that's available. So he'll be the first one through. Aldron's going to scout nothing at all. Dark cover will come out, and Zach will actually give away his position by throwing down a trap wire. But if Bossy wants to move any further forward, he's going to have to delete this, and he will commit to doing just that.
This would be a nice little position to just hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Flyte want to break on through. And FaZe Clan are actually giving this area of the map a bit of breathing room, but I say that Zachary is now just keeping a closer eye on it. Might consider it. The Empress is now in play, but are they going to really do anything aggressive with it? Yeah, actually, Bossy is going to be pushing up. There is a little bit of a gap coming through. But Raucus was watching it from B. Nice play, and they're actually clearing up nicely. It's pretty straightforward. It's looking like it's it for Take Flight. Denya's position giving up just with the operator staring down the barrel. 1 versus 4.
Blade Storm is still available for him, but these are just spam shots that are trying to free up Raucus. 1 HP. 1 versus 3, 1 HP. For your entire First Strike series hopes. They know Spike's down over through C long. No need to challenge if you're FaZe Clan. Cloudburst will come out. Time becoming an issue. 12 seconds. Up and over. Trying to get there was Denya. Rock is also holding on to Hunter's Fury just in case, but it won't be needed here. 13-8. FaZe Clan survive.